want. I mean, yes, I believe in gun. I believe in the right to bear arms. I mean, I'd say right, but they don't look at that here. California, there's a bunch of liberal freaks around here. You can't carry a gun here.
Meet me after slashing your wrist, or at the end if you so insist. I'm persistent when told to cease and desist with this blasphemous shit.
Hello, Chalet. I don't know what the gun laws are like in California. I guess they're a bit more strict than they are in Colorado, even though according to Tucker Carlson, the gun laws in Colorado are quite restrictive.
We need more gun control, Joe Biden said predictably, notwithstanding the fact that Colorado's existing gun control laws, which are extensive, did not prevent this attack.
Nevertheless, you was just listening to the Club Q shooter's dad. You might be forgiven for assuming this is an old interview, but no, this car crash interview is his response. Not taking away any responsibility of the shooter. Does the apple fall far from the tree?
I was like, oh my God, is he gay? I was scared. Oh my God, shit, is he gay? And he's not gay, so it's like this.
Lucky escape, eh? Almost ruined his life.
I'm Mormon, I'm a conservative Republican, and we don't do gay. We don't do gay.
Yeah.
But of course, Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, Stephen Crowder demand them. All right, like, nah, we're just talking words. Our words haven't encouraged this. Sounding like your typical theocratic Republican to me, don't you think?
His mom's a good Mormon too, you know, she's nuts.
So you can be nuts and a good Mormon? Blames a lot, don't you think?
You know, Mormons don't do gay. We don't do gay. There's no gays in the Mormon church. We don't do gay. And we have to say, we say, no, we're not going to accept gay. We don't have to do that. We're not forced to do this, you know? But, yeah.
In the words of Samuel L. Jackson, allow me to retort. Mormons don't do gays. They do porn, they do drugs, they do murder, but not gay. I don't think gay people complaining though, because they're doing each other. They're not coming after you, guy. So considering you're the arbiter of morality, please explain to me how well you know your son.
My son, I hadn't seen him for years. I thought he committed suicide. His mother told me that he, I'll give you a history. I was a porn star, okay? I became a porno star in 2002.
That just took a swift U-turn. Okay, let's see where the fuck this is going.
And I combined that with a mixed martial arts career, and my ex was something that she took off of my son. I hadn't seen him for years. The little that I did see my son, you know, I tried to give him, you know, a father figure or whatever. I didn't know where his whereabouts were. I found out recently that he did not kill himself in 2016. That he's you know, alive and well, you know, and he lives in Colorado.
Why did you think he had killed himself?
His mother told me this. She said that he killed himself because of I'm an embarrassment to him. My son is I loved him so much. You know, I didn't want to lose. Be around. I wanted to be around my son and be there for him. You know, I have a daughter the same way I had my son. I never see.
You love your son so much, you want to be there for him, but you're in the exact same situation with your daughter you never see.
48 years old. I'm 48. Predominantly is crystal meth, and because there's a connection with the porn industry. I didn't start using methamphetamines until I was like 28. That's when I started doing drugs. So then, drugs, dude, they're not good for you. And this meth is like, fuck, it just fucks you up physically and mentally. But it also does irreparable damage to your nervous system.
He's a Mormon porn star, MMA fighter, who does crystal meth, who thinks his son, embarrassed of him, committed suicide in 2016, has a daughter who he also never sees.
My son is just say, hey, Dad, I want to talk to you, man. I want to see you. I'm like, why not? I was happy to hear he wanted to see me. He wanted me to come out to Colorado.
So, you love your son. You want to be a father figure for him. You're relieved he actually isn't dead. He didn't commit suicide in 2016. He didn't commit suicide because he was embarrassed of his dad. And he reaches out to you. That must be the greatest day of your life, no?
And I was like, shit, I don't have to. I can't just get out to Colorado like right now. And he wanted it right then and there. And it seemed like he's old. You know, he was happy to see me, or he wanted to see me. He needed something right then. It was urgent. So I was a little alarmed by that. And I found he's alive. I was happy to hear he's alive.
Happy to hear he's alive. And 5 years later, you still haven't seen him. So far, this story isn't quite mapping.
My son, he seemed like he was a man. I'm talking to a man on the phone, you know. I was like, what the hell is this guy? I'm talking to a grown up here.
Notice how he lit up at the thought of how much of a man he'd created. Quickly comes back to reality.
So it's a little weird, but he said, you know, he's straight up. But my son slashed at me.
He hasn't. He thought his son had died 4 years earlier. His son's called asking to see him. He said no. And now it's getting a bit physical. But of course, he's the mature adult in this situation. He's going to try and de-escalate like any true Republican would.
He had words, and I just got so impatient when I said, you want to kick my ass, kid? He would say, yeah, don't you think he's raising me? He would say, who the hell you think you're raising at? I don't care how big you think you are, you're kicking my ass. I bought the UFC, and if you go do that, you're gonna bring your lunch. As I told him, he's, oh yeah, come on, kick my ass. I got news for you, bucko. I can kick your ass still. I hate to say it, but I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a no belt in jiu-jitsu. But I love my son. I love him. I want the idea of seeing him again, but you know.
Dropping rap lyrics. Bro, what are you doing? Your son was reaching out to you. How can he fight you if you're in different states? Your son wanted you to come to him. Still now you haven't, bro. But you're on TV bragging about how you could beat your son up.
His mother told me he changed his name because I was on intervention and I'd been a porno actor. It was the laughing stock, you know, everybody's laughing, your dad's a porno star, you know, and it's just like, it's an uncomfortable laughter people have when they find out I'm a porno star.
Porno star? Think much of yourself?
It's like, all right, a porn actor.
That's better.
You know, so I haven't done porn. I stopped doing porn a couple years ago, because it's causing me a lot of problems. I was getting high on meth, and I was just like this, and I had permanent damage from meth. I was using that for years, you know, I have tardive dyskinesia and a lot of nervous system movements and stuff I can't ever get rid of because of meth use. I had to get out of that business, but that's it right there. But I was on an intervention TV show back in 2008. I almost died using drugs, you know.
For some reason, watching you today, I find that rather surprising.
He's pissed off. He's pissed off at me. He wants to poke at the old man. I said, you can get to poke at the old man as long as I ain't poke from a rifle down the street. You don't want to get shot. But he wasn't talking about shooting me. He never made any threats towards me like that. He never made any active threats. He just got a little fresh with me.
Yes, he fucking said that, bro. Yes, he fucking said that.
You know, don't go starting fights, but if you have to fight hard. You know, and I told him, I showed him how to throw a punch, and he knocked out one, or he assaulted. But then my request to one of my ex-wife's boyfriends. He was mouth on, so he hit him right in the face, and he did. He hit him on the face. I praised him for violent behavior really early. I showed him that it works. It's instant, and you'll get immediate results. And you'll always get what you want if you're good at fighting.
So wait, he's not seen his son since he was 10. Yet he taught his son how to be aggressive, how to fight. And he got his son to knock out his mum's partner. He managed to do that from another state.
But this is not something we foolishly do. And just take it to a bar or a social place and go shoot people. You know, I don't want my son to be held accountable and to go away forever. It's incarceration exposure, and not the death penalty is exposed to. I think he's exposed to this.
The insanity of this interview is so hard to fathom what the fuck is going on inside of his head. It's like he's processing all this information in real time, and he's trying to understand how he should be reacting to this. Openly admitting culpability, whilst openly admitting all his flaws.
He's been accused of doing some crazy thing. I don't know what he's been accused of. I can't get answers from the attorneys really, but they're saying that somebody's, it's involving a gay bar or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the heck he did. We have a gay bar.
This is the moment that the journalist confirmed what happens. Whatever you think his response is going to be, guarantee you're wrong.
Well, he's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's shit. If he's accused of doing that, I'm surprised he's not gay. I say that, but he's not gay.
The internal battle I'm having with the gravitas of the situation, the tragedy that his son has caused. But on the other side, it's the fucking lunacy of this interview, the responses to questions, his body language, his grubbiness.
My opinion about gays is that they're just not okay. People should stand up against homosexuality. They shouldn't go to the bar and kill people. It's social. No, it's not what I'm talking about. stand up against it. What's right is right, and marriage is for a man and woman and all this. But I don't go into all that, It's just, yeah.
Can you hear the turmoil that's going on inside his head? This morality arbiter still considers homosexuality more offensive than the murder and attempted murder of over 20 people and the trauma caused to everybody else that was there and in the community. He morally sounds as if he's more offended by people being gay than his son murdering said gay people.
If you're killing people, there's something wrong. It's just not the answer. You're already gone if you're killing somebody.
Oh, so killing people is wrong, yeah? Why? Why is it wrong, sir?
It's not socially acceptable.
It's not socially acceptable. That's the only reason. Another example of how off the rails this guy is.
He was born right here in Sharp Mary Burr Hospital over here, off the 163 right there.
And then did he...
Get in the house! Hey, the dog's outside. Get the goddamn house. I'm not talking about a fight, though. I'll tell you this much. I showed my son how to turn his fist over and then become a destructive weapon with his hands if he needs to. I don't know about guns. I believe in the Second Amendment. I'm a conservative Republican. I like guns and all that stuff, but I like fisticuffs and shake hands afterward like a gentleman. That's how it should be.
You reckon it's the MMA fighting or the crystal meth that eradicated his self-awareness?
He was really with it. He was She really is intelligent. He's smarter than I was, And I thought I considered myself intelligent for had all the head trauma I've had, but I'm actually intelligent. My son is way smarter than me. He's technical, savvy. He knows how to use a computer. He's really, just really smart.
I'm glad we got to see it because most people are extremely phony. They hide everything. They're on their best behavior in front of the camera. But god damn, there's real, and then there's that fucking guy.
But you gotta realize, I thought he was gone from 2016 until a few months ago. He called me last year. It wasn't that much, even a year ago. He called me. So I thought he was dead. I mourned his loss. I think I had gone through a meltdown. I lost my son. I blacked it out of my system. I was like, oh my God, and all of a sudden I get an email from somebody over here saying he's alive. So this is another majorly, this is both mind-blowing.
Mr. Mormon mourned his son, who then proceeded to come back just like Jesus Christ. Did he flock to his feet? Did he beg for forgiveness? Nope. Nope.
So you had not shown him how to use a gun before he was 10 years old?
I showed him how to use these guns right here.
I see.
It's not even a soft brag anymore. He's taking the opportunity. What?
Right now, I'm a professional MMA coach. I coach free agent fighters. I also do scuba diving. I scuba dive boats. I'm sober. I'm dry, I'm not using drugs. But I have a lot of damages from drugs that will never leave me. I'll never have this nervous system. I have movements and controlled movements.
Is he expecting some sort of praise? Some sort of congratulations? Does he think he comes across honorable?
Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys, for your loss. I'm so sorry for any loss like this. Seriously, there's no regard to politics or anything. It's human life, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My soul goes out to you. I'm so sorry for your loss. Even though who killed those people. Hopefully it was not my son, but I'm so sorry. Life is just so fragile and it's valuable. Those people's lives are valuable. They're valuable. They're good people, probably. It's not like you kill somebody over. I'm sorry. I let my son down. You can quote me. I let my son down.
I put that bit in there to give him 0.5% of credit, and because it's probably going to be the only statement any of the grieving families receive from anybody in this Republican family. But to put that into context, that statement come directly after the Mormon don't do gay. And that was the first time in a 20-minute interview he showed any kind of genuine remorse. And even then it lasted about 10 seconds. The only reason why I wanted to break down this interview is not to make excuses for the shooter, brace yourself. But fuck him. Fuck him. I only wanted to do this because if we don't look for answers as to how these people are created, we won't be able to stop creating them. This definitely gives us a deep insight into the workings, dysfunctional Republican family, and again, does nothing to absolve that trash for murdering 5 beautiful souls and attempting to destroy the strength of a community. Despite what Fox News and everybody is trying to claim or trying to brush under the carpet and make it like, oh, we don't know.
As for Aldrich's motive in shooting strangers, we can only guess. And we're not going to guess, both because guessing would be dishonest and irresponsible. You can't just make up a story because it suits your pre-existing beliefs.
I think listening to his dad, it's pretty clear why he did what he did. His defense is claiming he is non-binary. So right wing are obviously going to cling on to that to say, how can it be a hate crime if he's non-binary, etc., etc. It's pretty obvious that's just a defensive ploy, and I look forward to hearing his dad's reaction to finding out his son's now claiming to be non-binary. But they are. But even if that was the case, doesn't stop it being a hate crime. If Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum walked around the streets of Compton shooting black people, it would still be a hate crime. So that defense won't work regardless. People have internalized prejudice. Obviously, this is a ridiculously sad story. To finish this video in some sort of upward curve, not only did he look a battered state when he was dragged into court, part of the reason why he looked like that is because he received the stiletto of a drag queen in his face. Until the next time.